I would say that people think we're the most social people on campus, but we just be talking to talk. Like, come on, we're doing a podcast. Hey guys, this is Bird's Eye View. My name's Ravyn.
And I'm JuJu.
And this is a new podcast that we're starting here at Otterbein, and we're both super excited to do it. So, shout out Haley and CJ and Wes and Steve, the man who's behind all of this and all of this technology. I still don't really know how to work. But we're just super excited to be here and get to talk with you guys once a month, I believe. Yeah. And, just share different things about ourselves and Otterbein and everything it has to offer inside and outside of athletics. So, JuJu, you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell everyone about you.
Yeah. So my name's JuJu, obviously, and I'm a junior here. I'm an allied health major, pre-athletic training, and I have a nutrition minor. I play on the women's basketball team, and I'm the secretary of SAC, which is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and I'm also a student trustee here. So that's been really interesting. It's my first year doing that, so getting into kind of a new area of Otterbein outside of athletics has been really fun. So this is my third year and got 2 more left. So how about you, Ravyn? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm glad you're getting active and involved with everything on campus. It's a lot more fun to be involved in things, especially besides athletics. But
for sure.
So me. Let's see. What do I want to tell you about myself? My name's Ravyn. I am a senior here this year. I am also an allied health major, but I am actually in the 3+2 program right now for athletic training. And so right now I'm working towards my bachelor's in allied health as well as getting my master's in athletic training at the same time. So been a little busy with school, but I'm a member on the track team. I'm a thrower. Sadly, I'm not fast or cannot jump high. So
it's okay. Can't be everybody, right?
I try to be sometimes. But I am the president of SAC, so I'm in charge of JuJu sometimes. It's a great thing. And I am also involved in something called the Hidden Opponent, which we'll actually get to talk about a little bit later. It's a group that focuses on mental health and advocating for student athletes. So it's something that I'm new to kind of being an ambassador for, and I'm excited to see all the things that they teach me this year and things that I can carry through Otterbein. But besides that, I'm always just around campus talking to someone, doing something literally just around. And I think JuJu's good about that too. We're always just around. I would say that people think we're the most social people on campus, but we just be talking to talk. Come on, we're doing a podcast, so someone's got to do it. But so speaking of Otterbein, JuJu, I'm just curious, how you found Otterbein, how you discovered it, because it's not a very big school, and it's right outside of Columbus, which most people look for schooling, with OSU and everything. So I'm just curious, what brought you to Otterbein?
Yeah, well, my sister actually attended here, my oldest sister, for a year. That was back in 2014, so a little while ago, but she really enjoyed her time here. And then when I was kind of looking into recruitment for basketball, that came about, so for basketball, and then also the 3+2 program, because I'm just kind of a year behind you in that.
Twin.
That was kind of those two, obviously, talking with Coach Knowles and stuff, it just felt like home here. And I don't know, I love the campus, and I'm from Gahanna, so I'm really only 20 minutes away anyway, so I wanted to stay close to home, stay close to my family, so it just kind of hit all my boxes, and, that was kind of the end of it. I didn't really have, too hard of a decision picking here. But what about you? You're out of state, so it's a little different.
Yeah, it's very different coming from out of state to Otterbein, but I honestly didn't think I was going to go to school for track, let alone in Ohio. I was more so on the basketball track like you, but things worked out the way that they did. And, I'm grateful to be where I am. But yeah, Otterbein, I got a random text one day. Never heard of the campus. Shout out Mac, you're a great recruiter, I'll tell you that. But like he reached out, we talked on the phone. I instantly clicked with him, and it was just kind of game over from there. I was ready to set up a meeting, come visit the campus, see what it was about. And it was just something about like, it wasn't too small, but it's not too big to where like I would be overwhelmed, especially coming from out of state, because like I wanted to learn that independence by myself, but I think I would have been super overwhelmed if I went somewhere big like OSU or something. On top of like track, like just right when I came to school, they'd changed all of the major requirements for athletic training. So it went from you just needing a bachelor's to needing a master's, and all of the schools that I'd looked at for track besides Otterbein, they actually were changing their major and didn't have a master's. And so it was either I change my major and go to a different school, or I get the opportunity of getting my bachelor's and my master's here at Otterbein. And so I'm really grateful for the opportunity and all of the professors and coaches who really have just helped me through everything this, past 4 years now. I can't believe I'm saying that. Crazy. I'm so old. Yeah. But you can't agree to that. Grandma?
Well, me and...
Yeah, okay. Remember that. Okay. All right, whatever.
I mean, you have been here quite a long time now.
Okay, hold on.
You're in your fourth year.
We don't have to say it like that.
I'm just saying, like, you have been here
a really long time is crazy. Okay. I'm 21. Hold on.
We're actually both 21, so.
So, did you get held back or what?
No, I just went to school a little early. That's all. You can talk to my mom about it.
Whatever. Anyways.
Tell me some of like your fun things that you've like experienced, or like your journey here.
My journey here?
Yeah, and like accomplishments. Like, you've talked a little bit about like what you're doing now, but like, down the road, what have you been doing?
I mean, freshman year, just talking about track in general, I came in from high school with 3 state titles under my belt. And so I think I didn't really understand how hard the transition would be. I was still kind of in that high school mindset of, if I give 100% all the time, like I'm going to win, like it's going to make the school look good. It's going to make my coach look good. It's going to make me look good. And, I got smoked my first meet. That was so embarrassing. Very humbling moment. But, we learn. And I think that moment after that first meet really like set my perspective on everything. And it did make me work harder. I did face some challenges though. I had some injuries here and there. I had some back issues freshman, sophomore year that kept me out for a little bit. And then this past year, me and you were boot buddies, but I'll let you tell about that. I had that stress reaction in my foot, and it was just kind of hard on me. I want to say mentally more than physically, but, it was just hard in general, and it kept me out from track on and off for a month and a half, almost 2 months. And, I would push through the pain and stuff. And of course, like it just made it worse because it's a stress reaction, and my body's like, hey, can we take a time out, please? And I'm like, no, thank you. But yeah, injuries are hard in college. Like I said, I'll let you speak on your experience on that too. But I think with that, like I've also been able to do so many good things. Like I can say that I'm on, I think 3 or 4 top 10 records list at Otterbein. So leaving my legacy a little bit, hoping to bump those numbers up to the number 1 spots this year. But, we got a new coach this last year. Coach Miller's one heck of a guy. He knows what he's talking about. He threw at Capital, boo, but he went to OSU and finished out his track career there and learned a lot from all of those people in the Division I schooling. So he brings a lot to the table. He's made me not only a better athlete, but a better person, and has kind of like helped me gauge myself in the world more as an adult rather than a kid, because like there for a while, like I feel like we're always stuck in our kid mentality in college. But, I've just been here, booked and busy, doing the best I can, trying to make our track team not only better, like statistically, but just as like a a group thing, making people better, making them feel like they have people in their corner, and just making sure everyone's doing good in life. So yeah, but you know, my journey's been fun. It's kind of sad it's going to end this year, but I think it'll end on a good note as long as I make sure it ends on a good note. So that's what I'm looking forward to. It's just having fun and one last hurrah of sports. But yeah, how about you? What's your journey been like, Miss Crippled?
Well, that's basically it. Yeah, freshman year I came in, I was coming off a shoulder surgery. I tore my labrum at some point in high school and just kind of played on it, sat some, played on it, whatever, got surgery. And so I wasn't really like fully cleared to actually like participate until like September. I think it was September. Like I could do like the running and like conditioning stuff, but like actually like getting to play like basketball wasn't really like a thing yet. And so at least like contact wise I could still train and stuff, but so that was kind of like tough because you're already behind as a freshman. Like it's just such a fast-paced game, and like as soon as you move to college, like you're playing against 22-year-old women.
No, literally.
I'm like 18 and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's a growing period anyway, and then I ended up breaking my finger our first scrimmage, and I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And
wait, how did you break your finger?
We were at a will, and I was like, it was like at the end of the scrimmage, whatever, and probably first 3 minutes that like I like got put in, whatever. I honestly don't even know what happened. And I literally like looked at my finger, I said, wow, that hurt. And I said, well, I'm not going to say anything. And I was like, it's fine. Like, I probably just stubbed it, whatever.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
she was broke. It was fine. It wasn't, like, a horrible break, but, like, I was in a splint, whatever. It was annoying. And it was my right hand. So, like...
So you couldn't shoot.
No.
Huh?
So I became really good at dribbling with my left hand.
Hey, that's what we need. Improvement.
So that kind of was a struggle. And then I had a few issues with my back. My freshman year, sophomore year, I was really excited. I like over the summer felt like I made a really good jump, like playing, and then I had some issues with my foot, and I had a Liz Frank sprain, and that put me in a boot for I don't even know, like probably 8 to 10 weeks, like on and off, but it was like 6 weeks, and I was like, there's no. But yeah, so. I mean, injury after injury, but, like, I couldn't even ask for a better experience. Like, I would love to be, like, out on the court playing, but, you know, it's just a learning curve, and, like, I've loved all of my teammates, like, over the past, like, 2 years and this year, like, going into the season. All of our coaches, like, Knowles and Lowe, like, have been, and now, like, Naomi, our GA, has been, like, just so helpful. They always are a listening ear, and, like, especially, you know, like with all the injuries, like I get emotional. It just sucks. And they've always been there for me. So having them and my teammates to always back me up, and like, I don't know, I think I've grown a lot as like a leader because you see so much more like sitting, you know, from the sideline. So, you know, it's all in the plan, you know, and how it should go. But yeah, that's just kind of been mine. I don't know. I feel like it's just been a time. But, like, I wouldn't change it or anything. So
it's been a doozy.
It has. But, like, I feel like I'm so much better of, like, a person. And, like you said, like, your coach, like, building you and better player, better person. Like, I feel the same way. I've had so many talks with Coach Knowles, and I feel like she's, like, my second mom here. Like, I call her for literally anything. Aww. And, like, she just always knows what to say if I need an email written. Like, she's right there to help me. So it's just... You know, it's just nice to have something like that. And
I also feel like coming into college, like where you are away from your parents, even if they live 10 minutes down the road, like just having another adult figure in your life who like you get to see on a daily basis and kind of get to know better as a person. Like you just build those bonds where like they're in your corner no matter the time of day. Like, I've texted my coach probably at 9:30 at night sometimes. I'll be like, hey, coach. And of course, he'll answer as fast as he can, whether he's awake or asleep. But, it's nice just being an adult and learning how to adult while having people who've experienced more than you in your life kind of there to help you, guide you through things, whether it is through sports or helping us mentally with our injuries and making sure that we're keeping like our teammates up and just,
Well, and like they've been there. Like I know you said your coach threw and like Knowles played here. So, and all of my coaches have played. Like they know the battles and like everything. So it's nice to, like you're not the only one going through it. Like they know, they've been there, and like obviously everyone has different struggles, but like knowing that like you have someone that can understand what you're going through, I think is like super helpful.
Yeah. And also just like kind of touching on balancing, the idea of like sports, like whether you are injured or not, like you're involved in that, and you're also involved in your schoolwork. And like, I know for us, like we'll have like clinical experiences and stuff. I'm in that right now. And what a time that is. Oh my gosh. It's like a job at this point, but I love it because I'm learning so much, and it's a part of the journey. It's a part of the program. So I'm excited, but just the way and how people balance things like with time management is like really like you learn it quick in college. I'll tell you that much. Like you either get it or you don't. And if you don't, it shows. And I think me and you have both been in that place where it's like, I probably should have studied a little bit more instead of
physics.
No, literally physics ruined us, but we passed, and that's all that matters, guys. Don't worry. If you take physics, praying for you. Yeah.
It's a good class. It's hard.
I just wasn't good at it.
I just wasn't. It just didn't click in my head, and I really tried. It just wasn't my top thinking moment.
I'm definitely an anatomy girly. Yeah. Some might say a chemist, I know how to do an ice box or two, but don't ask me to solve it past putting the numbers in the ice box.
I actually can get down with those. I'm not bad at them.
I'm just...
Sometimes.
You want me to calculate the AMU? I got you. Easy money. I don't remember it anymore. But besides time management, like what are some other things that you think like everyone should probably learn while in college, or will hopefully experience to like make their time easier and like kind of a smoother transition?
I feel like the biggest one that like we still talk about like on our team, but just like in general, is communication. Like especially with professors, coaches, like every sports team probably, I'm guessing, is going to miss at least one day of classes or a few classes. Like we're going to Maine this year.
That's fun.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
And so like I'm going to miss like a class or two, but like we've already like said something, or like Knowles has already said something to us about like reach out to professors. Like 1, go introduce yourself. 2, like let them know like you're an athlete, or like like let them like get to know you, and communicating with them, and then also communicating with your coaches like, hey, I don't feel good. Like it's simple as that. Like your coaches want to know about you, and like want to know like how you're feeling. So I think that's like one of the biggest things, and I do think it is a big jump. Like you said, like you're not living with your parents anymore, or usually like when you go to college. And so it's like you don't, like, your mom isn't sending an email to your coach, like, anymore. And, like it's you and your coach. And, like, sometimes that's hard because, like, I had very, like, involved parents, like, who wanted me to be very independent, but now, like, you don't live with them. And it's it's just different. So, like, knowing that, like, you have someone to talk to, but also, like, taking the first step to communicate with them, and then just always being open and upfront about stuff, and doing it like early and not waiting to the last minute, because I personally find that annoying when people wait to the last minute, so I just know that.
Oops.
Professors.
I'll be waiting to the last minute sometimes.
Well, everybody, I do too. But
it's not on purpose.
Yeah, it happens, but it's like
it slips the mind.
The earlier you can communicate, the better. I don't know. That's like the biggest thing, I think. But time management is just huge, like you said, depending on like what you're in, but everything is just so thrown at you when you get here.
And I also think another thing that we don't think about and is sometimes just implied is effort. If you don't put in the effort, babes, it's just, you can't pull if God's not going to do it, then I guess it's not going to get done. You need to lock in and do your stuff, guys. Like, you can't just, I'll wait to do this 6-page paper like the night before and then be like, I don't remember what this is supposed to be about. Oh, well, and then complain when you get a bad grade. That's not how that works. You really have to, it's not like high school. As cheesy as that sounds, and as much as you've probably heard it from your high school teachers, college is completely different, and they treat you different ways because you're adults. And I used to roll my eyes at them too. And man, it got me one good time, and I've made sure to try and put in at least 70% effort because that does reflect you as a person in their class. And it will affect your grades too, and whether you pass or not, because you have to remember you're paying for these classes. Yeah. It's not just through the school government anymore. Like,
and it's like if you're paying for it, especially like at the D3 level, like we're not getting full rides for athletics. No. Like, if I'm paying for it, I better learn.
I better learn it and pass it. Matter of fact,
I'm going to be the one, and I will study because if I'm paying, I'm going to do what I have to do.
I know that's right. Look, late study sessions at the library when they close at midnight.
Oh my gosh.
Those are fun times.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just time management, communication, and effort. If you can do those 3, then your college life here at Otterbein at least will be pretty fun. And I feel like the professors are really good at kind of staying involved. And
well, and especially like when you come in as a freshman, like they do, like I feel like my freshman year I learned a lot of just like college tips, like in that like first year seminar class, and like having that was just nice because it might not be like your favorite thing to like learn about, but I mean it's usually mine was interesting, but then also like the things that you learn just because of that like class, I think was really helpful. So.
Yeah, you know, the first year seminars, like I remember mine was pretty fun. It was women's leadership. I learned a lot. It was a lot of reading, which I was not a fan of at first, but they were actually good readings and it was great discussion. So couldn't be too mad. But, you know, then in the next 3 years, like you're required to take INST classes, which all have like different topics, kind of teaching you stuff outside of like the curriculum that you have for your major. So those things are fun. And I always personally liked the INST events that we hold on campus because you're always like, it's always just something random that you wouldn't think to talk about or even just think about in general. And so, you know, just getting involved on campus, like as a freshman, like it's a great thing to do. And I think the more you're involved in, the more fun you have and the more friends you make. And it makes tiny campuses feel bigger, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. But like how me and JuJu are involved during SAC, like we have a blast in there. We actually have our first meeting today. So I'm excited to set the ground rules and meet some new people. But yeah, like things like SAC and outside of sports, like there's things like there's different clubs on campus. I know.
Greek life.
Yeah, we've got Greek life. We've got some frats and sororities. Yeah. I don't know when they had Rush. Did they have Rush yet? Have they had that for fall? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not really involved in that. I
wish you would.
Yet.
I could see you being a sorority girl.
Could you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Hold on.
I don't think they've had Rush yet.
Okay, well.
Is it? Yeah. I feel like it's after homecoming.
Oh.
Is it?
I don't know.
I actually don't know. I completely just made that up. So I don't know.
It's okay.
It's fine.
But we'll just move past it. If we offended any frats or sororities, we're so sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, besides like that, like we have different things on campus coming up, like homecoming weekend. That's going to be a fun one. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But you can also get involved by like working in things that are student jobs. Like me and her both have student jobs on campus. And I think, what do? You do copy room?
Well,
or you used to?
I did last year, and then I do the CRC.
Okay.
And that's it, really, I think. But yeah, our team like works some games.
Yeah.
But
Okay. See, I'm kind of in that same boat where like I'm scheduled to work with athletic events, but I don't know how much I'll get to do because of clinicals.
Yeah, I know. I haven't gotten to work. I really have enjoyed working like at the front desk. Because I just like saying hi to people.
You just like talking to everyone.
Well, it's just nice. Like, why would I not want to talk to people that go to school?
Yeah.
But like I like working that one, and it's nice. Like when you get here, especially as an athlete, like you don't have a ton of time to like have a real job. So, and I know a lot of people do balance that, and like I mean, I work on like Sundays at like my, previous job, but it's hard to balance. So having something like working at the front desk where you can kind of make your own hours, it's nice to just have a little bit of money coming in, to do something fun every once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's fun to treat yourself with a little caniac combo here and there when you've got some money in your pocket.
Yeah. But also like with the food thing, like we have like the Promise House, so that's super nice because even if you do have a meal plan, like sometimes it's nice to just have some food in your dorm, and if you don't have like a ton of money, like the Promise House I think they're open 5 days a week? I know it's certain hours, but
I think it's Sunday through Friday.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So like,
at least it was over the summer. They might have changed it to Monday through Friday since it's school.
Just sent us the schedule, and I just looked at it, and now I can't remember.
What a shame.
But I know. But they have like all types of food, great produce, and they have like hygiene. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the word is.
Products.
Yep.
Thank
you.
Bingo.
There it is. So they have tons of stuff, which I think, and you can volunteer there.
Yeah.
So that's super nice. Another way to get involved. And I think that was one of the things they had at the full service plunge, isn't it? Or no?
They might have.
I think the Promise House had something. But the fall service plunge is also a great way to get involved with community service. And I think it's that first Saturday, right?
I think because it's during like the freshman welcome week thing.
It's like the first Saturday before school starts. There's like tons of ways to get involved. You like go sign up, you get a nice t-shirt. I was so mad I didn't get to go this year. And you I think depending on what you do, it's like a few hours. But I went my freshman and sophomore year, and it was just fun. I met new people, and I think first year I picked weeds for a few hours, and then the second year made blankets.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Weeds to blankets. You really moved up in the world now.
I was so tired. I sure did.
They had you doing yard work.
Yeah, at the Hamby house. But
okay. Well, it was up the street, so it wasn't
it wasn't bad. And I had a good time.
Well, that's good. Hey.
It's fine.
We love a good gardener around here. Landscape people at Otterbein, I need the camera for this one. The people who mow the lawn, you guys do a wonderful job. And everyone who does it is so respectful when you're walking. They stop and they don't weed whack beside you. They don't blow things. They just wait. And I know that's probably like in their job requirement, but still.
It's probably like so annoying for them because they probably have to stop all the time. But they're just so nice.
Yeah. So want to give a shout out to you guys. You deserve it. Yeah. Everyone goes noticed around these parts. Yeah. Okay. We see and thank all. Okay. We see you, we hear you, we love you, we support you. And God, I hope the Otterbein pays you well because you deserve that too. Yeah. But yeah, just getting involved with all of this stuff, you also have to make sure that when you're juggling everything on your plate, that you're also taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that as student athletes, you're kind of forced to try and figure out. And it can be really frustrating, especially like when we were going through our injuries and stuff personally. But, taking care of yourself first, physically, mentally, emotionally, like that is like a top priority.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say anything else to that, but.
Yeah, I think it's just like what we said before, like the time management, like especially like this year with like sports and like being a student trustee, like it's definitely like a lot of things to do, and like it's all super enjoyable, but it's just like more added to your schedule. So like reminding myself like to take time for like me, and like even if it is just like sitting outside for 30 minutes and just like relaxing or, doing something like fun, but like knowing that like I still need to take time for myself is like, I think super important. But I think it's also nice, like we have some resources here, like last year for, like all the student athletes, we had the mental fitness.
Yep.
If you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Your realm. You got
So, fun fact, we're actually bringing it back this year. I don't know if you saw that email from Dr. Lott.
I was so excited.
And we'll have something else around just mindfulness. Mm-hmm. I met with a guy named Brett who's going to be working with SAC. And he seems really cool. He seems to know what he's talking about. And he's super excited to get to work with like Otterbein in general. Yeah. So that'll be fun to get to learn more about and hopefully get to share more with the campus and everything that it's about. But yeah, back to the mental health fitness with Dr. Grafe, I believe, Stephen Grafe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He, first of all, is a really cool dude. That man can do no wrong in my eyes. And I maybe met him 4 times. But yeah, no, we had different topics that we talked about. Was it every week, I believe? Every other week? Every week?
Yeah, I think it was every week.
But every week we talked about different like topics that people struggle with.
Yeah, and it was nice. We got to kind of like pick them because we picked a good amount of them.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked majority of them in SAC.
So it was nice. Like it was like stuff that like we needed and not just like something that
he just wanted to talk about.
Like, it was nice. It was like kind of formed for us.
Yeah. But I know a lot of teams, we ended up moving them to online Zoom calls, and Dr. Grafe would kind of talk to us about the topic, teach us some things, which are always helpful. You could always keep something that he said in your back pocket, and it always paid off in the long run. But I know you said with your team that you guys would kind of host it like as a team event where you would all get together. So
yeah, it was fun because it would usually be at least like 7 or 8 of us. Like some people would join on their own, but it was just fun because our team is just loud, so we're all trying to figure out something to put in the chat box and be the first ones to answer the questions. But it was nice to like be there with your team because 1, you're team bonding, 2, you're getting like a good like lesson, and then also I learned plenty of new things about my teammates, just like all being together. So that was really sweet, and it's nice to hear from other teams like what they're struggling with. Like when you're reading like through like the chats and stuff. Like, that was kind of fun because, like, you don't know everybody on campus, but then, like, you know, like, a little bit about them just from that. So, yeah, I thought that was nice.
And I also think it kind of helps build new connections, too, because you're like, I could be struggling with this and never really talk about it. And then, like you said, like, in the chats, you could see that other people from different teams are, like, having the same issues. And just having someone who specializes in mental health and wants to see people get better, that he doesn't even really know. Like, of course, like he built relationships with us over time, but like he's putting in his time and effort and all of his education to helping not only make us better people, but better athletes on the mental aspect of it. And I think that's really important for everyone to have. So I am personally super grateful to be able to be a part of these things and get to witness people getting better just all around. I know I mentioned earlier the hidden opponent, and I want to talk a little bit more about that. It's like I said, essentially, we are a nationwide group that advocates for student athlete mental health. And so I believe we have our first meeting coming up soon where we're really going to lay down more of the groundwork and everything that comes with it. But we're starting a chapter here at Otterbein. And so our goal is to have an event at least once a month, just kind of getting people involved and talking about mental health and potentially having some speakers. So that'll be fun. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. But yeah, I'm so glad that mental health has become such a big topic and is starting to become like more understood and respected. I feel like a lot of times it's pushed on the back burner and people struggle with it and they don't really know what to say or who to reach out to. So it's just good that Otterbein's taking the initiative to not only have the hidden opponent starting, but also having our mental health fitness, as well as people who literally are on this campus to help us, the counseling center. I feel like they're always in the background a lot and people don't really recognize them, but they do a lot for this campus. And I know they reach out to teams and they have meetings with them just to let them know, like, hey, we're here. If you need anything, even if it's just to rant for 20 minutes, like, we want you guys to feel safe and comfortable on campus and that you have someone in your corner. So it's just nice that Otterbein is taking the initiative to make everyone feel seen and heard and loved, and that they have someone. So I think that's for sure one of my favorite things on campus right now is just the community centered around mental health.
I also think that our community has been a lot more like together over like the last year, or even just from like getting here as a freshman till now. Some of the like the new stuff, like the mental fitness stuff that we've done, but also like I think that's helped grow the community. But then also like the stuff that we've done, like continue to do, like I was talking about, like the fall service plunge, like that, and then also like homecoming, which is actually coming up.
We love homecoming.
September 21st.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
Like that's just a great like weekend. And all like it's family weekend, the football game. They play at 2 p.m. And like stuff like that. And like I know we had talked about like the alumni softball game, like that's super fun, and the parade. I mean, I didn't get to go to the parade last year and I was kind of sad about it.
The parade's always so fun.
So I hope I get to go this year. But yeah, I just think it's a great time, and like that's such a community thing, because I mean, I like the softball alumni comes back, like our alumni come back. So like that's just fun. You get to see some old faces.
Yeah.
But
all of the grandmas who've graduated, grandmas and grandpas.
I know.
We miss you. But yeah, no, homecoming's always fun. First of all, what's a pioneer anyways? Cards are better than pioneers. Let's get that one straight, okay? Because I think we discovered last time, the first pioneer was who? Daniel Boone.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? I think that sounds right, but please correct me if I'm wrong. 1820s, 30s, 40s, 50s, something. 18 something. That's old. No. Cardinals are cooler. I don't know. Simple as that. Yeah. But yeah, homecoming's going to be really fun. Super excited for the game. Like you said, just getting to hang out with people who we not only already see on campus, but new faces, as well as getting connect with the alumni from all different kinds of sports personally. Yeah. Like, it's always fun to walk up to your friends who are on like the soccer team, like, oh, who are you with? I'm like, oh, so-and-so was here in 2014. Like, they're back. Like, we're just kind of talking. And it's just crazy to like hear different experiences and how much Otterbein has changed and grown stronger and better and just become a better atmosphere in general. I feel like this year is really going to be good, and I feel like a lot of people know that and they're putting more effort into it. So I'm just excited.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory?
Favorite memory from homecoming?
Yeah.
Favorite memory would probably be when my mom and sister came up my freshman year. I think it was. Yeah, freshman year. And they had, I think it was maybe the Columbus Zoo. They brought some of their furry little friends. And there was a sloth. And that sloth did not want to be there that day, sadly. He was not vibing. It was hot. They had him on one little pipe that was not very big, and he just wanted to go crawl in a hole or back home. I don't know what it was. He was determined every time they hung him back up on the top that he would shimmy his way down and try and crawl off stage. And I can now say that I've never seen a sloth move faster in my life. So yeah, that was fun to witness with my mom. My mom's big on animals. She always loved the zoo. So just getting to do simple things like that, where like you just get to sit and enjoy the company of your family and your friends. Like, that's always been my favorite thing. And of course, just getting to, after the football games and all of the celebrations, like just getting to hang out with my friends outside of that. We always have big get-togethers at different places. So it's fun to get to experience all of it. So yeah, what about you? What's your favorite memory?
I'd say freshman year, probably, when like all of our teammates and all of our parents and like families, whatever, got to come over to like one of our teammates' house, and we all had like breakfast and stuff, and everybody got to meet each other. And then we went to the football game, and we got to sit on like the end line, or like, you know, in those lovely, those little pictures. But like that was just fun. it was just like the first like big hurrah
Yeah.
of like being in college. So that was enjoyable, and I just had a good time with like my parents, and like I was rooming with Ella. So meeting like her parents,
Yeah.
like again, like seeing them again, and like our parents like getting to talk, and so it was just fun. But
Yeah.
nothing like too crazy, but just fun little get together.
Well, hopefully we get to create some more fun memories this year. I sadly won't be there for a majority of it though because of clinical, but I will be there for everything else that happens after, and I'm excited just to see everyone and my old friends who have moved on and become full adults with real jobs. Makes me sick to my stomach that I'm next. But yeah, so September 21st, 2 p.m. Be there, be square, guys. Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it for the first podcast. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something new about us and everything that goes on in campus outside and inside of athletics. And, we're excited to see what else we have in store for you guys up the road.
Maybe some special guests. And,
yeah, maybe.
New topics.
Maybe we can get Cardi to make an appearance. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, no, we're super excited. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.